Hey, what's going on? It's Daryle with Tabletop Media Group, and I want to briefly go over one of my favorite funnels of all time. I call it my Who What Now sales funnel. And what I love about this funnel is this is a sales funnel that you can run on Facebook, and you don't need any landing page software because nobody ever has to leave Facebook in order for this sales funnel to run. Basically, it's just a string of ads that we connect together. We strategically place and make, and you have these 3 steps, and as long as you do every step correctly, this thing just works like a dream once you get it dialed in. So let's just kind of briefly go over it, and I'm going to explain how things work. So let's just jump into my screen. All right, so here we go. Here is step 1. This is going to be the first ad we're going to run. And this is what I like to call the get attention ad. The whole purpose of this ad is to just get the attention of people. And in this particular example, let's say you have a plumbing company. And so one way that we can get attention is by running a video. And for the people who have, you ever seen, or have you ever, stood in the shower yourself and, you start getting that water accumulating at the bottom as the water runs because the drain just isn't draining fast enough, right? It's not completely clogged, but it's not draining fast enough. So let's put together a video and show people how they could clear out that drain or, make it drain faster without using any chemicals. Now, if you think about it, this could get the attention of people who have that particular problem. And what's beautiful about this is actually providing value. This is providing value without saying, hey, I'm going to provide you value. This is providing value. And because this is an ad, we're kind of throwing it in people's feed. We're not waiting it, for it to organically surface. Like, we're putting this in front of people's faces. Now, because we're not asking for anything, we're not saying, hey, buy this or whatever. We're just looking to get attention, but we're providing value. So a lot of times people aren't like, hey, man, I hate seeing your stuff. No, because this could be something that they're like, oh, wow. Okay, that's kind of cool. Not for me. Or, hey, this is exactly what I needed to do. We want to get attention. And the whole point of this is to get this ad in front of as many people as possible. I cannot stress that enough. This is a very crucial part of this whole sales funnel. This sales funnel has 3 steps, but this part is crucial. The net that we're going to cast has to be as wide as possible. A very rookie mistake that I've seen is where people try to niche down on this portion of the sales funnel or anything that's similar to this. No, you want it as wide as possible. The only times I would say narrow this down are, if you only service, say a particular county or state or country, or if you're selling makeup, sure, some men may buy your makeup, but don't target them. You're just going to waste money. Just target females, but target all females in whatever area you can service or wherever you sell. So because this net has to be as wide as possible. So that's step 1. We're going to get this ad. We're going to run this, which is going to lead us to step 2, our second ad. Now, key portion of this ad, this is going to be the ad where we make an offer and ask people to buy something, is irresistible. It has to be irresistible. I'm going to show you something that's not irresistible. And I've actually had somebody, a business owner, when I did business in the past, who wanted to do this. You have a $100 product and we'll knock $10 off. Dude, $10 off $100, so you spend $90 is not irresistible. There's nothing irresistible about that. So knock that stuff off. If that's the best you can do, then don't bother with this funnel. It has to be irresistible. Irresistible is buy one, get one. BOGO, baby. 50% off. 1 free year. I remember when I first signed up for Apple TV, I think I got a free year, right? I bought a phone and got a free year of Apple TV. I mean, that's pretty damn irresistible. I wouldn't buy the phone just for Apple TV, but the fact they gave me Apple TV for a year, that was pretty irresistible. Step 2 has to be irresistible. So using our plumbers for an example, let's say we do $50 off. Now, if a drain cleaning is $120 and we knock off $50, right? That leaves us at $70. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, that's pretty good. You're saving me $50. I mean, it's not 50% off, which is, I would like to say 50% off, but that's not 50% off. But still, $50 off, that's a good chunk of change for something that's not, very expensive. So I would say that that's a good chance that you could get people to raise their hand and say, hey, you know what? Out of all these people that saw our first ad, they're now going to see our offer. And guess what? A few of those people raised their hands and they said, hey, man, count me in. I want to do this for 50% off. Sign me up. And if we just did step 1 and step 2 of this sales funnel and you get this dialed in, this will work all day long, every day, all week, all month long. Once you get something like this dialed in, and then you just change, the getting attention ad, and you change the offer every once in a while, this will work all day long. But we're going to take this one step further, and I want to add a step 3 to this, which I call the social proof step. So in this particular example, which you would use for social proof, as you can see here, is like you want to use like a testimonial. Could be video, could be graphic, pull something off of Google. And what we're going to do is we're going to run the same offer, the same call to action that we had here in step 2. We're going to run that in step 3 as well. And so we may get, out of all these people, we had a small group that said, hey, I'm in for this offer. But there could be a group of people who it just didn't whatever move the needle, or maybe they didn't have the problem at that time. So now we're going to shoot over this offer, same offer, just now we have people talking about us. Other people saying like, hey, they were a solid service, great plumbing company. I would definitely use them. And you know what? We can get another group of people to raise their hand and say, you know what? I'm in, sign me up. That's the whole way. That's the whole process for this funnel, how it works. We're going to get attention. We're going to make them an irresistible offer. Has to be a really good offer to get somebody to raise their hand. And if that doesn't work, if we do all these, well, let's show them what other people are saying about us as well. And they may break down and say, hey, all right, I'm always on the fence because just what's going on in the world. But if other people are saying you guys are solid, hey, I'll give it a try. And just one other thing behind the scene, just so you know that this is also crucial as well, that when we have step 1, we're actually creating an audience, and whoever watched our video in step 1 is who gets served the offer in step 2. So that's very crucial, again, to why we want the widest net possible in step 1. We want that very wide because Facebook can track who's watched that video. And we may say, hey, those are people who are possibly engaged because they watched our video for 10 seconds. They watched it for 30 seconds. They watched half the video. And then we can target those people with step 2. We can now make them an offer because we can say, you know what? Out of that wide net, you people seem to be interested. So let me make you this offer. And that's the same thing with step 3. We're now going to work off that same audience that we worked off of step 2 as well, except we're going to delay step 3 by a few days, maybe 5 to 8 days. We're not going to show them step 3 just yet. That one we're actually going to hold off of. And that's the whole process for and let me show you why I named this the way I do. This is my who could potentially want my product. Oh, you do. Well, here's what I'm going to offer. Oh, when do you want it? Now. That's my who, what, now funnel. And this is how it helps bring money into your business bank account. Because now people know who you are and you're making them a good offer. If you want to know more about what we do, or you know somebody who may be interested in what we do, click the button below and I'll get in contact with you and we can talk more about it then.